5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network for our post-game show, as well as our Into the Wild podcast, highlights today's home victory as the first of the year and the 6th consecutive win for the Washington Wild Things. We'll go through the scoring first. Kyle Dawson with you on the Wild Things Baseball Network. In the top of the first inning, the Evansville Otters got the first run of the game. A leadoff triple by Patrick Lee. He would score a batter later on the second pitch of the plate appearance to Austin Boast from Jordan DiValerio. A ground out to Carson Clowers at short made it a 1-0 game. The Wild Things would respond in the bottom of the first inning. A leadoff double by Caleb McNeely. Carson Clowers would strike out. During that plate appearance, though, Caleb McNeely would swipe third. The next hitter, Quincy Lattimore, would hit a sacrifice fly to right field to score McNeely and make it a 1-1 game. Washington win at Tri-City to close that series sweep. 0-1 from Scott on the way. That's a fastball in the air toward right center field. Should be plenty deep enough to score the run, at least with Bednar moving on the track. McNeely will tag. Throw comes in. It's late. McNeely scores. Quincy Lattimore has a sacrifice fly. Evansville would get that run back in the top of the second. One out single by Randy Bednar. He would steal second base a couple batters later during the Blake Mosley at-bat, and then Mosley doubled Bednar in to make it a 2-1 Evansville lead. That is the final run that Evansville would score until the 9th inning. Washington responded in due time. In the bottom of the second inning, leadoff walk Tyreek Reed. A base hit by Robert Chayka made it first and second. Then Tommy Caulfield flared a ball to right center field for a run-scoring single that tied the game at 2 apiece. And a run in the bottom of the first, the 1-1. Caulfield lofts it out to right center field. That is going to drop for a base hit. Reed is going to be waved. Throw is going to get by, and that's going to allow Caulfield to move up. I would be surprised if they did not roll an error here to move Caulfield up to second base, but it is an RBI single for Tommy, and it's 2-2. A batter later, J.C. Santini with Robert Chayka over at third base would hit a sacrifice fly to left field, making it 3-2. It ended up being the difference in the game. 3-2 is in the air to left. Hit relatively well. Mosley is still ranging back toward the track. He'll make the catch. Both runners will tag as the throw bounces several times coming in. It's a sacrifice fly, and it's 3-2 in favor of Washington. After a walk to Evan Berkey, Caleb McNeely stepped to the plate and with Caulfield at third base hit a sac fly to right field to make it a 4-2 Washington lead. Fly ball right field, caught by the right fielder Bednar. It'll be a sacrifice fly again as Caulfield comes across the score. That makes it 4-2. McNeely picks up his 11th run batted in of the year. And Washington's lead is 2 in the second. The Wild Things would end up adding 3 in the bottom of the third inning when Caulfield stepped back to the plate and delivered RBI 2, 3, and 4 of the day for him with 2 on and 2 outs. Caulfield a homer to right center field, his third of the season, making it 7-2. 6:05 first pitch tomorrow. 1-1 in the air to right, cranked pretty well. Right fielder Bednar back to the wall, looking up. It is over the video board for a home run. 3-run shot from Tommy Caulfield, and Washington's lead grows to 7-2 with Caulfield's third of the year, and he's in the double digits in the RBI department. Swinging, the Wild Things wouldn't add on again until the 6th inning, but they would add on with an RBI single by Carson Clowers that scored Evan Berkey. That made it 8-2 Washington. After coming back from missing a week for games in Nicaragua, Clowers pounds this back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Evan Berkey going to come across to score. And Clowers has himself another run batted in, his 4th of the year on an RBI single. And then 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Wild Things to close out their scoring on today. An RBI single by Tommy Caulfield on that same play, an error by the right fielder on a ball getting by third base would allow the 10th Washington run to score. And that was it for Washington scoring. 1 out, 2 on for Washington in its half of the 7th. Tyler Driver, the right-hander at the first base end of the rubber offset to third. The 1-1 home is rolled to first and off the glove of the first baseman Calarco into right field for Caulfield to reach. Throw goes to third and dribbles away, and now Chayka is going to try to score and will score. Caulfield all the way up to third. See how it's rolled. There will be an error on the play, a matter of if there's 2 or if it's an RBI for Caulfield on an RBI single. However, Jordan DiValerio was really good after those first 2 innings, where he gave up a run in each of them. Ends up with a quality start in his second win of the season and in a row for DiValerio. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 strikeouts. He threw 93 pitches, 64 were strikes. Here's the 2-2, wave and a miss. And DiValerio gets him with the high cheddar. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Top of the order would be next, unless DiValerio can do something that only one Washington starter has done this year. That's induce a double play ball. 1-2, grounded towards short. That might be it. Potential 2 ball. There it is. A 6-4-3 twin killing. Hunter Stevens relieved him. He yielded an unearned run in the top of the 9th inning. A double by Austin Boast, and I believe they've charged a pass ball to J.C. Santini, and if they haven't, it's still, they've called that a pass ball. So that's the reason for the 3rd run scoring for the Evansville Otters, and then Alex Ovaez with an exclamation point to finish the day, the catch in right field, which this time I think we got it on camera, so here it is as part of our highlight package. 1-0. Rather, the 2-0 pause by Stevens. Pitch is hit in the air to right by Calarco. He turns on it quickly. Ovaez leaping at the wall, and he brings it down for the final out of the game. Another terrific play by Ovaez in right field. This one's the game winner, as Washington wins its 6th in a row with an exclamation point. So Washington a winner 10-3. The final line totals, the Wild Things 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and the Wild Things left 7 on base. For the Evansville Otters, it's 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and only 2 left on base. The time of the game was 2 hours and 29 minutes. That is the most briskly played ball game so far this year, and the 9th one for Washington. And the crowd announced at 3,428, a sellout on Grand Slam School Day presented by EQT. Our series continues tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. Zach Smith will take the mound for the Evansville Otters. He is 0-1 with a 164 earned run average against Malik Barrington, a right-hander for Washington, 0-1 with a 14.40 ERA and what is just 1 start and then a couple batters for Barrington this season so far. First pitch is at 6:05. Airtime will be around 5:35 on the Wild Things Baseball Network, back here at Wild Things Park in Washington, Pennsylvania for the middle game against the Evansville Otters. It is also a Senior Slugger program Wednesday, our first of the year, presented by AARP Pennsylvania. Fans 50 and older get in for free tomorrow, and all fans can enjoy $1 hot dogs thanks to Burke's Foods. Tickets are available at the ticket return box office as well at WashingtonWildThings.com or by calling us up at the office at 866-456-WILD. That's 866-456-WILD. For our crew today, Dylan North, Adam Feth, and Will Marzina on our cameras, our producer Carlin Whalen, our director Mike Greco, and the rest of the gang here in the press box at Wild Things Park. Kyle Dawson saying so long on behalf of the Wild Things Baseball Network. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow on the flip side from Washington.